Guys, take a look at this. This is, of course, Li Auto's Mega catching fire. Have a watch. Pretty darn scary. Apparently, this happened just 2 days ago, and I didn't want to share it then because I didn't know all the facts, but the facts are very clear right now. So there were rumors online that this was apparently, there were some damages to the battery and all that kind of stuff. That's false, not true. There were also rumors that there were battery sort of faulty error that popped up on the screen and the driver ignored it. That is also not true. What we have here, and there's no physical damage to the battery at all. What we have here is a spontaneous combustion on the road without any sort of like external force. All right, it just got on fire. It just caught on fire. And it basically, after the first initial spark, in about 10 seconds, the whole car was engulfed in flames. And the passengers, the driver got out very quickly through the driver's side door. But apparently for the second row, the second row doors could not open. So the boss, luckily there was only one guy in the back, the boss, the owner of the car, he had to climb to the front to get out the passenger's side, which you can imagine from that situation, that's absolutely terrifying, right? You got only like a couple seconds before you're burnt toast. So he was able to do that. And there's all this kind of speculation online that there was like some damage to the car and battery. And the car owner himself just, he got a lawyer to actually get his like word out that there were actually nothing wrong with the car. There's nothing wrong with the car. And it's just a spontaneous combustion. And it's just absolutely, well, we don't know 100% yet, but there doesn't seem to be external factors. It seems to be Li Auto's fault, all right? And that has like just, it's gone viral here in China. Even the news channels are reporting about this. And also, it has spawned a lot of these videos where people are sort of timing how fast they can get out of the Li Auto Mega and seeing, like practicing even with their kids, teaching their kids to like climb to the front, get out the passenger. It is a very scary situation. Imagine if you had like a kid or an elderly who isn't really capable of getting out. Luckily with this accident, nobody was hurt. Okay, that's a good thing. But this is very serious because it's the car's not charging, right? It's not stationary. It's not like it didn't get damaged or anything. It just caught on fire randomly. And you can imagine a lot of people are kind of like, whoa, that's pretty scary. And this is, of course, casting a lot of doubt with some of the Li Auto buyers, on like without question, especially towards their pure electric vehicles. I mean, their sales had barely started to climb back, their Li Auto Mega sales. And then i8 sales just recently begun along with i6. And it just barely started to climb. And bam, this happened. And this is just I guess, super unfortunate for them, but a very good opportunity for NIO because, it does kind of present that picture that, maybe we should go with the safer car, right? So it's not that NIO never had its own sort of combustion and self-ignition kind of situations. The ET7 quite recently had that, but it was apparently an unofficial second-hand car. And so it's not like an official first-hand car. So that's what they were trying to say. So call it double standard. Well, yeah, maybe double standard, but that car was stationary. This is totally different. You have people in the car. They could have gotten seriously hurt with that situation. So, yeah, this has gone viral. And, of course, this is going to impact sales. And where are people going to switch to? Well, maybe NIO, hopefully NIO. But apart from that, what's also really important is this incident will become a weapon, all right, amongst the sales reps, not just here in like for NIO sales reps, but already, for example, Zeekr sales reps recently gone viral for sort of, they had a customer that said they were buying a Xiaomi car instead of a Zeekr car. And then the Zeekr sales rep said, you're buying, this is your life you're talking about, right? If you buy that car, that's going to be the last car you ever buy. As if it was a curse. And of course, that Zeekr sales rep got in a lot of trouble. He got fired. But it kind of shows the perception towards these automakers. Like, the perception does matter. The perception of a Xiaomi car right now is that it's kind of a, unsafe, not, maybe a little bit, might be the autonomous driving not that great. You might crash and burn up and that kind of stuff. So the perception is that it's not a safe car, and people are sort of utilizing that perception to sort of drive fear into customers to get them to buy their own car. And with this situation, I don't think any NIO sales rep would say like, hey, you're considering like Li Auto, like this is going to be the last car you ever buy. I don't think any NIO sales rep would ever say that. But I think they might say like, go test drive that car. Have you seen the news about what happened to it recently? Sort of take a jab back at Li Auto, because Li Auto has always continuously stabbed NIO at every single opportunity. NIO cuts jobs, stab NIO. They tell customers, oh, NIO's going under, NIO's going bankrupt. Recently, the lawsuit happened, and then they're telling customers, oh my God, did you take delivery of the car? Thank God you did take delivery of the car. You just dodged a bullet. And so I think it's time for them to have a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is definitely a tumultuous time for EV makers, but more so for others and less so for some, especially for guys like NIO. I think this will help NIO get more sales. Yeah, even though we don't want this to ever happen, but yeah. This sort of accident, hope it never happens, but it's a blessing for NIO in disguise. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.